And we are again live with the Crone's Crucible. We have right at the moment, well, it looks like he's getting his camera act pulled together. It looks like he's getting things pulled together. It looks like we may have all our videos up. We've got people present and accounted for tonight. So I will swap us over to our video, our live video feed. And some of the pictures are not quite right, but other than that, let's go back to the avatar for a moment. But we are preparing for a night of werewolves, it sounds like. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Well, it's Esmeralda has given you information that there is a werewolf den across the lake and that they are allies of Strahd, and they have caused problems. They have stolen children from villages and various things. And armed with this information, Dawnwatch and their compatriots set out across the water, much to Victor's consternation, in search of this den. When you arrived on the far side of the lake, you had to climb up a fairly steep slope, but as you crawled up over the crest of this, you were faced with a large opening in the hill. And the appearance of it is very much as if it were the maw of a wolf sticking out from the hill itself. The hill goes above you, probably some 100, more like 150 feet above you, continues on up to the summit above you. But where you are is this giant maw opening that's like 15 feet high and 20 or 30 feet wide, very large opening, ominous opening in the dark, as it's starting to get fairly dark now. It was late afternoon when you set out across the lake, and it is now, darkness is starting to fall. You heard wolves while you were at Rictavio's tower, and you saw some indication of them around the lake, and about the same time you heard and saw this group of wolves, you also spotted a man in red robes who was running around the lake, and apparently something or other that he did may have driven them back into the forest. You saw them retreat into the forest in the direction more or less of the cave, although some distance around the lake from where you are at the moment. Yeah. Wipes out everything and makes me wipes out everything, makes me rewrite the script. That's standard. That as you look into the cave, you can see dim light in there, just for your information. Yes. Hold on a moment. Hold on a moment. He says he can't hear anyone but me. And why? What has it done to my sound this week?
New day, time for a new mistake.
As usual, this does it every week. It throws the video to, throws the sound to my screen, which is shut off. It's not even on the default list, but it throws it. All right, let's give a test now and see. Okay.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we are.
Comunicado.
All right.
I hate blow darts.
I don't know why it keeps throwing it to my screen, but it does. Anyway, I've reset it again to the proper sound. So they are now preparing to do it, and as I was saying, as you guys are starting to cast light and things, that this cave is not entirely dark. As you look at it, it's pretty much the visual image that you see here. You can see a zigzag of torches that are fastened to the walls as you go back into the darkness. And far back in, you barely can see what looks to be either the end of the cave or a wall or something that rises up. There is like a level in this area. Whoops, let's try it on the right thing so you can see.
Okay, so now she can hear everyone, but now you're super quiet.
Willing to hire...
You just fixed one problem. Well, here's another problem for you.
Of course.
Alright.
I can't up my mic volume any more than I've got it. It's at max on everything. So I don't know. I'll just have to talk louder, which I'm very good at. But the team may have to dampen me because they can hear me real well. So it may be loud for everybody.
We can turn you down on our end if we need to.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll just have to trying to figure out. No, I'm at max volume on everything. I don't know. Let me check it on Discord. But I shouldn't be. It shouldn't apply on Discord, so I don't know.
It shouldn't, but that'll be the thing that it does. It'll apply it there just because.
Alright, so...
Alright, try again, I don't know.
Take 25.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why my volume went down when I finally got you guys up, but who knows.
I think it's a relative volume.
Hey, whatever. But anyway, there is light. There are these torches zigzagging on either side of the cave, and towards the back there is like what looks like a short wall, maybe 10 feet high. As you look into this cave, the roof of the cave itself looks like it's fairly high, maybe 20 feet high inside the cave, although the opening is only maybe 15 feet high. It's fairly high roof inside, and this low wall just barely reflects in the torchlight as you look towards the back of the cave. How close are you, would you say, at this point to the cave, so I know what you would be able to determine? Are you well back from the cave, say 60 feet just observing, or have you crawled up to within maybe 20 feet of the cave opening?
I'd say at this point we're probably within about 40 or 30 feet.
Yeah, probably midway over there.
This is a decent chunk. I mean...
in that case, I'll have you all roll for a perception for audio. I say audio because some of you may have some kind of special abilities, which I don't think you do, but just in case.
Perception, you say?
Yes.
Ellis has a ringing voice in his ear.
Oh, I hear nothing. I think that's one of the lowest I've rolled on our perceptions yet.
What do my elven ears hear?
Shut up, work.
Mink's got some pretty good, or Vlad's got some pretty good elven ears too. There, we've got.
You mean this
That's
isn't
not a good
Tamriel
thing.
because orcs are considered elves in Tamriel?
What about my vampires?
Myrrh.
Ah, there's a Riz joke.
You go home.
Certainly Vlad, as he is focusing harder, and a little bit for Dirok, and certainly for Victor. You hear the faint sound of what appears to be flute music in the distance. Appears to be coming out of the cave itself.
So we hear this coming from the cave or outside of the cave?
From the cave.
From the cave, okay.
Sylvia, did you pick up the flute? No?
Wait, you're still a frog in my bag staring at an eyeball, so hold on.
All right.
Fishy back there.
We'll see if somebody else points it out. I forgot about the frog thing.
I forgot about that too.
I'm pretty sure I'm owed a kiss.
Oh,
No. Maybe a kick to the butt, but not a kiss.
Those are
Alex will
reserved,
step up.
those are reserved for princes. Vlad cranes his
Secret
head.
reason.
Vlad cranes his head and says, "Do you hear music? It sounds like a flute coming from the cave."
Wait, I
Who's
hear
a
this frog.
flute?
Wait, I think I hear a frog in my bag.
I hear something. I hear something.
I think we might have found Octavio. Or Rickden, whichever.
Rictavio.
Why?
Rictavio.
No, I don't think. I don't remember him being associated with music.
I don't think a bunch of werewolves will be playing music, though.
You never know. They could be cultured.
I
They
don't
may
think.
be. In any case, we are wasting
Could
time.
they even play a flute with their snouts?
You do know what a werewolf is, right, Alex?
I was under the impression that they maintain. Oh, I guess they do fully go all the way back, don't they? I thought that was just I don't know shit about werewolves. I'm gonna be honest with you.
The flute, by the
I
way,
want to
at
smack him so bad.
times is fairly discordant, as if somebody's hitting wrong notes. They do not sound like they are a master of the flute, more like they are attempting to learn it or simply not very good at it and don't care. You know, sometimes the discordant music is almost painful to your ears as you listen to it.
Okay, so he's practicing. It's okay. Maybe that all works with the whole mouth shifting back and forth thing. My theory's pretty good. Could be a werewolf in there. I like this idea.
Okay, let's hope it's not a werewolf in there. Otherwise, we may be hoping it's a good, friendly one, which may or may not be a thing.
Well, aren't the werewolves aligned with the devil?
They don't know that we're not. Let's go in.
But to be
Alex,
fair, the
Um,
Vistani are apparently allied with the werewolves as well, and we've met several Vistani that we can relate to.
Yes, I believe on your team, if I'm not getting it confused with the Friday team, I believe on your team, Esmeralda told you that there had been some kind of upset among the werewolves between the leadership, and that in general they tended to follow Strahd. You asked her if they did so willingly or by force, and her answer was that they felt that it was in their best interest to follow him.
There's also been stealing children from villages and turning them into werewolves.
Ooh,
so-
we don't know.
Yeah, we do.
We know that there's children that's been. Oh no, I was thinking of
Yeah, no.
Kresk.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
or
Yeah,
wait, Kresk?
She said that the werewolves were blamed for stealing children from villages.
Yep,
She
I
didn't
remember
know
that.
Blamed, but
whether
there's
they ate them or whether they turned them into werewolves or whatever. It's unknown.
Yep, I remember now. I remember going full Dirac mode in this.
Alright, so I at this point I have put down the Victor Frog, given it a gentle nudge with the foot, and I'll have the silver rapier in the other hand, just ready for whatever.
That's not how you do it, Sylvia. And I look down at the frog and I start... Come here. I remember the story that you told me about. Since Sylvia will not do it, Dirac will. And I'm going to go and reach for the frog.
Hop, 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 so long.
Nope. Boing, boing.
This big fanged orc comes at him. He's like, ah!
Epotus actually cracks a smile.
Oh, I
That's
Oh, come here, Victor. You told us that you had to have one to turn back.
couldn't have gone better if I planned it.
So, who is leading the way into this cave? I can lead the way if you want.
Alex is taking the lead. Alex is
Yeah,
gonna
let's have the healer take the lead. The squishy healer.
Yeah,
The squishy metal-clad healer. What could possibly go wrong?
everything.
No, yeah. Well, let's test Alex's sword.
Do you want us to put ourselves
Alex,
on the map?
Yes, put yourself in general the way your formation is, so I have some idea who's in the lead and who's to the sides doing the wingman bit.
I would assume Epotus would probably be up there with Alex, if not with me.
Basically,
behind him.
And so as you step through the stalactites and stalagmites that form these kind of fangs on the opening of the cave, you step in a little further and you can tell that the wall that you saw to the rear, the like 10-foot wall, is not the end of the cave. You can see that it diverges and goes around this wall in some shape or form, and there is like a raised area on the top of this where people could be standing, or this type of thing. Section that might be a guard area or such a thing up there, but you, in the semi-darkness at this distance, you're not able to see much. Not even those with dark vision can clearly see what might be up on top of that raised portion.
You said it forked, right?
Yes, it goes around this wall. There's a left and a right direction that you can go around.
Do we need to do another? Do we need to do another perception for music?
I'll just say that you can clearly tell it's coming a little bit more from your left.
Do we want to go where the music goes?
yes, let's go. Let's meet the person in this room.
Generally not terrible. I mean, we should probably investigate, but just careful.
All right.
I think we're taking the left path.
All right. So you are approaching the raised portion, the wall portion.
I thought we were going to the left path.
Okay.
Or is that the raise?
There is this wall, and to the left of it and to the right of it, you have these openings that go out. But there is this raised.
Oh, that's the fork.
Yeah, it's a Y.
Okay.
It's a Y, but in the middle of the Y is this raised portion.
Okay. Then, yeah, I guess we go towards that area.
As soon as you set foot in the cave far enough in to start heading for the left fork, you hear a yell. Intruders!
I will say, I have my magic vision going, and I'm looking out very closely for any sort of magical traps as we're going in.
All right.
I don't want to get shocked with lightning again.
I turned around, like,
you've got
I'm going to try and play
magic?
this.
Yeah.
Okay, detect magic.
I'm-
Very good.
I'm going to try to play this, as dumb as I am. I turn around. Where are these intruders?
We are the
This is-
intruders, Derok.
This is Derek trying to. Yeah, I'm trying to deceive them.
All right, give me a deception roll then.
And may this be hilariously low. Oh, not bad.
Not bad. So let's see. They need to do.
That was actually pretty good.
Derek did another
Do they
smart.
seem like they've noticed the frog?
They haven't noticed the frog at all. And
Yum, lunch.
for a moment, you hear a second voice, seemingly coming from this raised area. It goes, "Wait, are they
Timer.
intruders? I don't know who they are."
That is the number one sign of intruders.
I refuse to believe.
I'm just going to give Durak a huge thumbs up and a grin for that deception.
They rolled.
Derek did it smart.
She rolled a 4. So
Vlada's. I refuse to believe. Vlada's going to nod towards Sylvia. Do your thing, Jellybean.
Do what? What do you want me to do? He did really good. Let's just roll with this.
You're the people talker.
Yeah, no, I think he's got this.
Alright, I yell back to whoever was yelling about intruders, where are they?
and the second one, who rolls considerably better, the first one who's on guard. The second one yelled, "No, wait, maybe they're not intruders." And the first one, who is apparently a little bit more on her awareness today, she rolls quite high and she says, "You idiot! Those are not the returning forces!" And she yells even louder and the flute music stops.
I tried.
POTUS looks over Derek and says, "You know what? You did the best, and considering the circumstances, I'm very proud of you."
It actually wasn't a bad plan. It just
It's a
felt
smart idea, actually. Credit where it's due.
I would like to try to speak with these creatures before we fight, if possible.
They are people.
They can be people,
Not for long.
if they choose to be.
From the darkness,
Racist.
there comes a spear attack on Alex. And it's rings.
Hey, they're people. We can talk to them.
Yep, that's the
Does
thing.
not hit, it lands at his feet. Roll for
Thank you.
The initiative.
And I need these two.
That's my character sheet.
10.
Did she call for us to roll initiative?
Yes.
I'm waiting for the initiative thing to go up.
Well, you can roll it before the initiative counter
Just
pops
make
up.
sure you've selected your token. You don't need to wait.
Oh, okay.
Wherefore art thou my token?
And I have advantage. Oh, that's not good advantage.
Then you still have to just take the higher of the two?
Yeah. I mean, but it's 12 is not a good
Ooh.
roll.
It's not quite as bad as Victor. I'm a frog.
It's
Yeah.
okay, I'm being tactical and taking my time.
Time's fun when you're having flies. Alrighty.
So- quick question for the DM. How far away are we from the entrance from where they're yelling? And
You are, let's see, 10. If past, this is fairly long. Let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. It's about 120 feet from the frontal fangs to the raised area where these guards are. So you
Yeah, they
have
threw a
prob-
spear 120 feet.
No, you moved well in, and I would say that you are probably about 60 feet from the raised area.
okay. I'm gonna slide a little over towards Durak and go, "Hey, how well can you make a wolf growling noise?"
My totem is bear, not wolf.
Well, can you act like you make wolf noises, or is that something you don't do?
I can try. Question mark?
Does he say question mark?
Yes.
Alright, so if it's not breaking turn order too badly, I'd like to cast Minor Illusion and make it the form of a big wolf that's about 30 feet from the guards.
In front of them with your party, or like, like it's leading your party?
Yes.
All right. I will let you do it on your turn. You're only third in order,
Okay.
So I don't.
Okay.
You can just do that. The two again throw spears, and the lead person, Alexander, would notice that they have like a large drum sort of thing holding these spears in it, so they are well equipped for guarding. So another ranged one comes, a couple of them come in Alexander's direction. Check your...
You said we're about 60 feet away, though, right?
Yeah, you're about 60 feet away, so they are at disadvantage, just barely. So one of them actually manages to hit. The second one does not, with the disadvantage. And so Alexander takes 6 piercing damage from the one spear that nicked him. And it is Apotus's turn.
Okay. So they're probably what, 2 turns away? Is that if they're at disadvantage range?
Yes.
Okay, then.
Well, we are on horses.
Yeah,
no,
but
we aren't.
No, it's
We
not.
left them. We left them at the tower.
Did we?
Yeah, we left them at the tower.
Swam across the lake.
Well, we ran across the lake.
Water walked.
By the way,
I swam.
Yeah, it's more like you did the worm across.
Exactly.
In that case, yeah. So would Epotus need to dash to get to them? Is really the question.
Yes. Yeah. If he's
Okay,
going to
then
make
he will
that.
Then he will dash and run up to them and say hello.
And from above, you see 2 women who are in ragged clothing, but look fairly muscular, more muscular than might be normal for women to look. But they are clutching these spears, and they look down at you with a very feral look.
Wait, so they're like, how high is this ledge?
10 feet.
Okay,
And it's like a
never mind.
solid.
Yeah, so I'm not going
not
to do that. That's not going to work.
It's not an incline, it's like a ledge.
Yes.
Okay.
Any
Yes.
access to it is apparently from around behind it. They basically have a guard position with height advantage.
Oh yeah.
It's okay, guys. I got this.
You know what? How far away?
I kind of want to try the.
So they're 60 feet away.
Yes.
You know what? Epotus is just gonna take the dodge action. So attacks against him have disadvantage.
Okay.
He'll wait to see what everybody else is doing.
All right, Sylvia. Now you can cast the illusion.
Yeah, no, I can't. Well, I was hoping that we wouldn't have gone in for any sort of attack, so that I'm just gonna X-nay that.
Well, actually, you haven't, because Apotus negated.
I backtracked because I don't.
I backtracked. Okay.
I can't reach them.
How far away are they again?
Roughly 60 feet.
60 feet forward, 10 feet up.
Yep.
Can we see if there's a cave behind them or anything? Or is that still too far?
No, you can see this split. The The cave opening goes left and right around this raised area that's a guard area. You can clearly see this Y that the cave goes on in, but this raised area is intended as a guard area in the front of the cave to prevent people from going further in.
Okay. Okay, I got it. I got it. I am going to play rock, paper, scissors with myself for a quick second. And then I am going to cast Crown of Madness on the one on the right.
Oh no.
Well, guess we're not talking them down anymore.
Yep.
Or Fangor.
Save, and what is your DC?
Sorry, DC is a 15.
Wisdom save, right? Yes. And this doesn't look real good for them. Nope, a 3 is not good at all. Which one, left or right, has Crown of Madness?
The one on the right.
Right. And so, must use it before moving on each of its turn to make a melee attack. Alright. Maintain control of the target. Okay. They don't have a crown symbol, but I'll do this one as if they're going a little bit crazy. That'll work.
And I'm just going to let them know that don't hit the one on the right.
Or the left.
That's the one on the right.
One on the right, the one with the symbol on it.
Don't hit the one with the jagged crown of iron around its head.
Oh, don't hit it.
Yeah.
Alright, Alexander.
I didn't take the right spells. So, you said they were about 60 feet away from us, right? Like, how high up are they? I didn't actually catch that.
10 feet.
Oh.
They're 60 feet away.
Run up and climb that up.
60
Oh, well,
feet, but 10
whatever.
feet up.
Alex is going to look down at Sorty, who I actually have a better name for, but I'm not using that yet. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for part one of our plan?
No.
He hears the voice echo in his head. I'm not sure if our DM's ready to just throw the voice out at will. And Alex runs about 30 feet up towards them and cuts twice into the air using the unlit sword. 2 beams of light shoot out at the one we aimed for. The one we chose to hit. The one on the right, or left. They're right.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's against, I think, AC.
Why?
Might be
I
reflex.
don't remember. Why does it have 2?
Because it's Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
At this level, I get 2 shots of it.
This is true.
At werewolf, you're only level 1 warlock, aren't you?
But it's a
That's-
cantrip. It scales with level.
Okay.
Goes
Actually,
off character
also-
level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
scales off character level.
All right. There's my answer. All right. Because I wasn't sure if it was warlock level, you wouldn't. Okay. So
Yep.
2 beams, and let's see what we've got here. Oh yeah, those definitely hit. At least the first one does.
First one hits, second one goes wide.
Right. And so she takes 11 damage. Alright.
Only a coward fights from afar.
Remind me to talk to you about what this sword has done to you, young man.
You haven't seen the half of it.
From inside your head, Alex hears, "Do you really think this is such a good idea?"
This is a better idea than you'll ever know.
I would agree with the sword if I believed that it actually could talk to you.
Irok.
Oh, my turn?
Yep.
Alright, I'm running up. I move my full 40 feet. I kind of give Alex a shoulder check to, like, stop! Stop! And I'm yelling up at the two women. Stop! We're not here to fight! We were here to find someone that we were told may be here. So I guess I'm using my action to try to persuade them to not fight.
Alright.
Ah, Dirok, the voice of reason.
Roll. Persuasion.
Alrighty, here, let me get back on to the main screen.
Stop! Don't fight us! Stab, kick.
Only
Coming.
one of them is able to roll.
Stop fighting, said the barbarian with his axe raised.
Right. No, my spear. You told me to use that.
There is a pause in the action, and the one that is not showing madness in her eyes at the moment. She calls down, "We were told to watch for someone with your description. You are enemies of the Lord of this land." But she doesn't.
I'll let Dirok respond to that.
I'm... Derek, he's got the monkey slapping the cymbals together, trying to think of something.
Is it only Durok and the unmadness one that is able to talk right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Still charmed.
The one that's not madness. The one that's
Yeah.
not charmed. Who is this lord of the land you speak of? We're only here to find someone that we were told was supposed to be in this cave.
I can hear
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
someone.
And it's actually me.
Oops.
Why that sound all of a sudden is coming over, I don't know, but I know it was where it was coming out of. Anyway, she says, "No, you will stop where you are. You were described to us. Kirill has told us that the Lord has ordered your death if you do not go to his castle."
Who?
Strahd.
No, you said someone else? You said someone else ordered our deaths?
Kirill has relayed the message of Strahd.
And who is this?
He is the leader of the children of the Night Mother.
I would like to speak with this leader and set the facts straight.
Kirill is not here right now. You will stay where you are until he returns. And you begin to hear footsteps approaching the dais area coming from the left. It sounds like others are approaching.
Yeah.
Vlad, what are you doing?
Vlad is going to look at Durok, look up at this girl, and debate whether or not it's a good idea to continue being a murder hobo.
I'm trying my best. Once you guys feel like my best is not good enough, I'll play along.
I'm ready to be a murder hobo. I was fully prepared to go full murder hobo.
I know you were. That's the problem.
I was gonna want them to murder each other. I mean,
I will.
Honestly, I want to as well, but this is kind of working.
I will cast guidance on myself and say, if we agree to stop trading blows, we will wait here until this Kirill, until this Kirill returns. He is with the wolf pack that was running around the lake earlier, yes?
He is, yes.
He was probably being chased by a madman in red.
She spits. The crazy mage. He is causing us nothing but trouble.
You know, if you let us go, we might be able to take care of him for you.
Then
How
go.
about we find out?
Leave or die here.
Well, see, you know, we have some business here still, so dying here would not be on the best behavior.
As I
Yeah, we
said,
are.
if
State
we
who
can,
you think is here. We do not have anyone you are interested in.
as I said, if we can agree to a ceasefire until your leader returns, we would like to speak with him.
You will remain there, but you will tell me, who is it you seek?
A small half-elf man.
Let's get half elf.
I believe that when we first met him, he was half-elf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ricovio's half elf, yes.
Okay.
I'm not saying the name,
I
though.
wouldn't
I
mention,
don't say
I
the
wouldn't
name.
mention him by name, though.
Yeah.
Just as an OOC, I would not mention him by name.
No, it wasn't.
We have no elves here. Only Barovians and only the children of the Night Mother.
Could I like do a check to see if I know what the Night Mother is?
I also kind of want to do insight.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I do an insight check?
You can, let me see. You have actually heard it mentioned once in Barovia Village, but only once. And so, what would a memory check be? History?
History?
History, probably, or
say history.
Probably just a straight in check.
Probably straight intelligence.
Yeah, just see how well you remember with your intelligence. Give me an intelligence roll. Nope.
My name is POTUS.
Only good at one thing.
Stabbing and murder, murder and
All of
stabbing?
you, anyone else want to try? Because I
He's
mean,
good at one thing, and you
like-
guys stopped
Well,
him.
I mean, I'll give it a shot. You said intelligence.
Yeah, anyone who you would have all heard this, so anyone that wants to remember, see if they can.
Me be Derek, me be smarter than Epotus.
Yep, you are.
I mean,
Yeah,
they can
maybe
do-
Sylvia.
We're getting close.
Are we only getting one roll?
Yes.
I don't have very
Oh, wait.
high intelligence. I'm
Hold on.
very wise.
Oh yeah,
not
no,
smart.
I wanted to do an insight.
This is my question. If I do
Insight
a
wouldn't
roll for
apply
the,
to this. It would apply to
So we
information
can-
truthful.
so we can do an insight roll on them, even if we fail our roll for the Night Mother.
Yes, those are two different
Okay.
things. One is whether or not you remember this mention of the Night Mother. One of them is whether you want to interpret whether A, they're telling the truth, or B, they have any ulterior motives or anything like that. What is that?
I also rolled an 11.
What is that D4?
Guidance.
Oh, okay.
Guidance.
That's right. Yep. Anyone else?
My name is
Give me an intelligence roll. The frog or anybody?
Frog.
Victor's just kind of creeping closer. Just looking very casual and harmless.
All right. So
Look, Mada, food.
none of you remember the conversation in the tavern, or no, it wasn't the tavern. It was with Isma, in his house. But anyone who wants to can now roll an insight on them, but tell me what exactly it is you are looking for.
Oh,
I'm looking to see if they're lying about having Rickton here. Or a half-elf.
yeah. If
Because they
anyone
said-
because they did say
They said they didn't have
Barovian.
elves. They didn't say that it didn't have any half-elves. Damnation.
That is true. I'm on screen. Hold on. Where is it? Insight. Yeah, I see into their genealogy.
See the
Their. I can see into their ancestors.
Right.
Oh
And
god.
you can
Durok
see,
has created Ancestry.com.
that would be confused here in Barovia. The one who is speaking, not the one who is just like weaving back and forth, looking like she wants to kill anything that comes close. She looks very confused when you talk about a half-elf, and she looks like she can't picture who on earth you mean for this half-elf. You would say that she actually is, although she's blustering, the only lie is that she's like knows who you're talking about and is just saying no, they're not here. But the truth of the matter, what you feel is she doesn't really have any idea who you're talking about.
You do have someone here, though.
We
And I
have
kind
the
of
children-
narrow my eyes.
We have the children of the Night Mother.
You
Oh,
have someone
who are
else
you?
that isn't.
She narrows
Oh, yeah.
her eyes. None that would concern you.
So, who's playing the flute?
And at that moment, a very old man steps forward. He is on the level with you. He's not up on the dais area.
He's old. Kill him.
And behind him, you can see a pack of what looks like normal wolves. They are just following behind in his footsteps. And he says, I was playing the flute. What does that matter to you?
And who are you, newcomer?
My name is Dennis, and it is rather rude for those who barge into our home to demand my name. Who are you? Although I know already, Kirill has described you perfectly.
We still don't know who this Kiro is. How is that he knows us?
Kirill is the leader by right of force. Kirill is the one who leads the children of the Night Mother. We, and he takes his thumb and pokes it into his chest, we are the children of the Night Mother.
So, going by this logic, right of force. If we go through here, kill all of you, we can then claim... Theoretically, we could then claim superiority.
I kind of
No, we'd have to take out the leader.
Ah, this is... Of course, this was just a theoretical question.
And Skenis nods at Sylvia and says, the woman is right. You will have to challenge the leader himself, and all of us will defend him. Every one of us.
I'm honestly not...
So your
that
leader is a
concerned about
coward.
it. I'm honestly not that... Not to belittle you, but I'm honestly not that concerned about you.
He grins a very feral grin.
I
Look, okay, look.
I
We're
kinda
all
interrupt that right now.
we're all standing here, guns up, ready to start firing, ready to start brawling. I get it. It's a tense situation. It sucks. We don't want any problems. We came in here following the Red Mage. We thought he came in here. Clearly, he may not be here. You say he's causing you a problem. We might be able to resolve that problem. But here's the thing. Now you're telling us that you'll kill us if we stay here because we're supposed to be heading to a castle? Well, we kind of didn't, send in our RSVP cards. So right now, we have no obligations to go to the castle.
You have no obligations.
We weren't checked
to
into our
go
hotel
here.
yet.
You have no obligations to go here either, and your deaths have been ordered.
By your leader, who apparently is a coward that needs others to fight for him.
As I said,
Easy.
we will wait at mouth of the cave until
I think the term
Kirill gets back.
I think you're looking for the term. We wish to parley with the pack leader. Until that time, we will wait at the mouth of the cave and be out of your way.
Yes.
Parlay.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Skenis crosses his arms with that feral grin, and he says, as you wish, they should return shortly. And
Good. You'll see a true leader then.
Boys, let's be nice about this.
Durak is being nice about this. These people deserve a leader that isn't a coward.
Well, in true sportsmanly fashion and in actual proper reacting of change of commands, the pack or group following him shouldn't be fighting. It should be a one-on-one.
It should be just how it is with my people. Apparently your
Honestly,
leader
the
is
best-
too weak to fight himself, so he has to have you fight his battles for him, for his so-called right of force.
Derek, I actually gotta state, I'm actually with them on this one. Who would you rather have? Someone
You talk the swords.
Alex. Logic.
You talk the swords. I don't think we need your logic.
You're basically talking to a brick wall. Save your breath. And Epotus goes to the entrance to the cave.
Look. So,
You guys, I'm trying to conscript a new army. I'm trying to get my new warband.
It's not gonna work.
It literally won't work.
Besides, they haven't
not with your logic.
More of these individuals, all of whom are in rather ragged clothes, come from both directions out of the back of the cave, and you notice that the only male of the group is Stennis, who's quite elderly. All of the others are females.
This is a lion's den. This is not a good place to be.
I wouldn't call it a lion's den. Actually,
Okay, you know what? When you want to term something on your own and it's obviously the right situation, by all means. Right now we are standing in a pride full of very strong-looking women. By the way, hello. And they
Good
look
morning, lady.
completely capable of kicking. Well, your ass maybe, but I'm gonna be running. You know,
Don't threaten Durok with a good time. Yeah, no, the bar was Sylvia and Alex. This cave den is going to be Sylvia and Derok. Derok likes his Amazons.
no. Alex is going to speak up, but lions send their females to hunt and their men to stay at
The
home.
males were the
See,
pack
just
that
not-
was chasing the red wizard.
Yeah, but why would, if there was lions, then he would send the females to go chase the red wizard? Like,
because
The
obviously
males
ladies-
defend, the ladies hunt.
They were not
This
trying to
mage
hunt.
was obviously a threat. The males are defending their territory.
yes, you can
It's-
make that
it's
argument.
Okay,
But
look,
it's simple.
look, let's go outside and
We'll have
let's
this
go
discussion
outside and
later.
have
Let's
the
go.
rest. Yeah, let's go. And I'm going to release Crown of Madness on the one that I was holding.
Oh, I'm fine now.
What would happen?
It's
She
like
looks
Jira coming
around
out of a
like
raid.
she's confused and like she needs to catch up. She looks at the other and goes, "What just happened?" And the other one looks
basically-
at her like she's crazy.
Yeah, no. Within the Crown of Madness, just for the sake of flavor and RP, Sylvia was probably prattling on like through whatever mental connection allows me to give her orders. Just prattling on like the weirdest nonsense that made absolutely no sense and was mind-boggling. It was basically full of things that could not be answered.
2+1.
No, it's just like questions that are rhetorical. You cannot answer them no matter how hard you try. It's just there was no answer. Just the question is the answer. Things of that nature. Just mind tricks and riddles.
You begin to hear like snarling noises and light cracking of bushes and things, as if a number of somebodies is approaching from towards the lake area to a certain extent. I'm going to move your tokens over just a bit to be able to use this for the entire scene that is coming on. And a large number of wolves are approaching from what would be probably the, let me look up here, they would be approaching from like the northeast. You are looking towards the north here into this cave, a little bit to the northwest, and they are approaching from the right of the screen here. And you see that most of those approaching are very large wolves, but there is also a pack of smaller wolves behind. The largest wolf in the lead is dragging a goat in his jaws as he runs.
Vlad will stand up from what I assume was his sitting position while he was waiting.
There I would be standing this whole time, arms crossed.
Alright, let me put a bunch of new cast members
I'll be right back. I need to get another.
on the page. And the leader, the large leader, suddenly straightens up and shifts in form. And it's not working there. Let's try it here.
Shit.
And becomes a man. Ignore the tree that's on the right side of the screen. The remainder of the pack, as it looks to you now, remain in their wolf forms, along, of course, with the smaller pack of wolves that are following behind. The man who straightens up is holding the goat as he stands, and he drops it towards one of the larger wolves behind him, who goes and stands over it in a defensive posture. And he glares at you and he says, "What are you doing here? You were ordered killed by the Dreadlord."
Yes, we were. We've been threatened with death many times. It hasn't stopped us so far. We're kind of stupid.
Clearly.
Some of us are kind of stupid.
Some of us are kind of stupid.
Answering that way was kind of stupid, but anyways, moving on.
Like stubborn.
There's a fine line between stubbornness and stupidity. We dance with that line often.
We're tango partners. It's amazing.
Is Dennis waiting out with us or no?
No, he's staying. He's like at the where the Y begins back in.
Oh, so he's not in talking range?
You guys are all slightly inside the fangs, like just barely inside the opening there. I put you over to the left for convenience sake, but you are slightly inside, and this group is approaching then from outside on the right, and they are glaring at you who are inside their cave. You at this point are basically between the wolves that are coming up from outside and those
We're flanked.
that
Yeah.
are in the
That's
cave.
what I was afraid of.
Hey, we're in a non-fighting situation. They would have came up on us mid-fight.
Yeah.
This
So
is-
right,
This is
we're
a
still in a far better position where
Yeah,
we can.
it's a bad position. It's just a better than what it could have been position. But yeah, so Stennis is or isn't in talking range.
He's not in talking range, I don't think.
Well,
He's in talking range,
you have
he's
to
just
talk a
not
little loud,
forward in the
perhaps,
conversation.
but yeah, I mean, he's towards. You can talk to the guards. You can talk to him. He's
Alright,
more or less parallel with the guards.
So I turned my back. I turned my back to the guy that was just talking to us, and I look over at the Stennis. Is this the one that we were just talking about?
Hero, correct?
This is pack leader Kiro. You will speak with him.
Very well, and I turn back.
Glad.
I do so a little more respectfully to Stennis than I did so with Kiro.
Vlad puts a hand over his right shoulder and gives a slight bow. Says, "My name, as you might well know, is Vladislav Tazyara. We have come here seeking our friend, who we have been informed is no longer here, or may not have been here in the first place."
None of your friends are here. Your friends are enemies of the Dreadlord. This is why he has ordered you killed.
And
Let's-
yet we still stand and breathe. My goodness.
Let's not get too aggressive.
You just said that was a bad idea, and now you do it.
Listen, there's a difference between Lynn and Sophia.
Kirill utters a low growl, and he says, "You say that as if you are ready to leave," and it looks like you have angered him with that statement. You
No.
challenge me as if
Say what?
you think you will walk away from here. You have walked directly into those who have been ordered to kill you. And he motions his arms towards the
If
large
we
door,
don't go to the
and
castle.
he points at you and says, "These are your enemies. You will kill them. These are the ones that Emil would have worked with. Kill them."
And I'm going to interrupt him. I'm going to interrupt him. You're the one that calls us enemies. You're the one that says that we are ready to challenge. Derok is ready to challenge. Because I don't fear cowardly pups that needs others to fight for him.
He laughs and he says, "I have the right of my army by right of..."
And from what Derok has heard, that when you did your right of force, you still had others fight for you.
No.
Yes.
Emil and I fought by right of succession. You are not members of the Children of the Night Mother. You have no right to our challenge. Kill them! And the group of werewolves behind him begin to move forward.
The
The
moment they get within range, Epotus pulls out his blade, uses a bonus action to cast magic weapon, and it illuminates, and then he uses Conquering Presence.
Yes.
I'm just going to sit here, just tapping the silver sword at my side. You know, it's in hand. She's just tapping it against her boot, and she's like, "Before we get into a brawl in which..."
I think it's already happened.
It's happening.
It's happening.
I've been waiting,
Yeah. No, it's happening. It's happening. It's alright, cool. So I'm gonna change it up. It's more like, we could have played this out so much better, but you just wanted to go straight for the death. Because we didn't go to the castle. Who's to say that we aren't in the process of heading to the castle? By logic and right, you would have killed guests of the Count for no reason. Are you really willing to put your pack in that much of a shitstorm? Ooh, options.
He laughed
and
he said,
I would like to,
"Outside the castle, you are his sworn enemies, and he has declared you fair game for the pack. You talk more than some of the idiots in Vallaki."
Can I do a persuasion roll towards the pack?
No, persuasion roll is a one-on-one.
Okay, I was hoping to do like a crowd persuasion on that.
You'd have to do an individual roll on each one.
You are minion. Yep, I'm ready.
How many would I need to roll? Because I'm willing to do it.
Are you trying to affect Kirill and all of the ones with him, or all those in the cave as well, or what?
I'm trying to affect the ones just with him at the immediate.
7.
Seven? Yeah? Or Ruth, sorry.
Why am I hearing whispers?
I think POTUS is chanting something.
So I need to do 7. I need to do 7 rolls then.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
That last one, yeah.
I didn't understand, but I heard whispering.
Yeah, I was on voice activity for some reason.
So, but I would need to roll against 7.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, you can make a single roll, but each of them will make a counter roll.
That's cool. I'm
That's
cool with
probably the
whichever.
simplest way. And keep
I'm
in
cool
mind,
with whichever. Yeah.
I did cast guidance on you, so you have an extra D4.
All right. Persuasion. Do you really think I need it? Do you think I need it?
Yeah.
I love it when the rolls are productive to the
Who
story.
critted it was Kirill, and he
Yeah, I wasn't trying to
And we
persuade him. I was persuading his pack.
and
So
even at a crit, he was unable to beat you. Yeah. Now, exactly what are you trying to persuade them to do?
I
not
am
fight
making
us.
them. I'm making them doubt Kiro's words about having to kill us, because as Stannis inside was saying, if we had the option, we go to the castle or we stay here to be killed or whatever. And her logic is, well, how are you to know that our goal isn't to go to the castle and this is just a minor stopping point? If you kill us, you would have technically killed guests of the Count before you even knew if you were truly your enemies or not. She's basically planting that big old seed of doubt whether Kiro is doing it because he is, like Duroc is saying, a coward and a chicken, and he just wants to make sure that he maintains control over the pack, or who's basically the better bluffer at this point.
Gotcha. And if POTUS...
That was a nat 20 and a nat 1 in
I'm
the
going to
same
put
roll.
words in POTUS's mouth because I know. If POTUS turns and stares at Sylvia like he could kill her, he's been waiting for a fight.
Hey, I wasn't, to be completely fair though, POTUS, I wasn't sure if I was going to make that or not.
That was both ends of the spectrum. That was a nat 20 and a nat 1 at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
gotta love that plus 10 to persuasion though.
Yeah. But I mean, even then, this was not going to be looking like a fun fight because we could be fighting just the pack. We could also be fighting everyone in the cave as well. But
Unless we have, yeah.
Why do you think
unless
I
we
did
get a-
Conquering Presence? If they're feared, they can't come closer, so we can back away.
Well, the other
Or
side
we
was
can
fine
make
with-
like heroes and take out their captain, which I was fully prepared and had a great fucking first move for.
Oh no! You don't understand my plans. But they're not relevant currently. Continue.
Okay.
Sorry.
So,
Come here, little tinkle feet. Oh, my cat.
All right, Kirill.
I kind of still want to say something.
All of the large
We might
wolves
still.
turn and look towards Kirill, and they, as if they are a little bit confused. Is that his right name? I don't know if it says it right. No, that's right. Okay. They look to him like they're confused and they don't know whether to act. And Kirill waves his arms at them. Very well, stand down for now. We will find out what they want. You, and he points directly at Sylvia. You, the one with all the words. You will go to the Count's castle when you leave here. Or only on these conditions will I allow a truce for now. You will tell me what you want.
What I want, you're probably not going to like. Because my good friend Duroc right here thinks you are the biggest chicken shit for fighting with an entire pack. A true leader should be able to stand on his own and fight his own battles without the extra aid of an army. My good friend right here has done that several times.
I am sure you have. Perhaps, distantly.
Perhaps.
You might even be able to defeat me, but that is not a question we are going to determine here. I would not allow you to have control any more than I allow them to have control. You will not lead this pack, and they will support me.
So, we're at a lovely little impasse. So then I'll ask 2 questions of you, since we are in the lovely standoff of a parley. 1, where is the mage in red? And 2, where is the other person who was formerly the leader of your pack?
The mage in red runs rampant through the woods, shouting his insane words of confusion. He is completely insane. He causes us trouble because he barges in at the most inopportune times. But the man is completely out of control. He has no idea who he is or what he is. Strahd has destroyed his mind. And so he will remain running rampant through the woods until Strahd decides to finish him off. As
Strahd leans over to Sylvia. I may be able to fix that.
And the other question?
And repeat the other question.
Where is the other person who was your former leader?
Emil. Emil had different ideas about how the pack should be controlled. He tried to rule, but Strahd voted for me, and therefore the pack stood at my back, not his. He now is in Castle Ravenloft, and so he will stay in the prison until Strahd decides to kill him.
So Derek has a question about this then.
Also have a question.
Actually, I was. Let me do this one last line, boyos. Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
POTUS looks back like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, he's sitting here, he's like glowing in like divine righteous fury, and it's like emanating from his weapon. He's just like,
He's literally glowing.
I wasted a short rest on this.
Sorry. So what you're telling me is, you who are very, very proud, and I can see and I can tell that you are a very proud man of your pack and of your strength, and I can totally get that. So what you're telling me is, your pack is more willing to listen to an outsider than listen to another set of outsiders? I mean, I don't know, call me crazy, but
And let's
sounds
add
a
on.
little sketchy.
Let's add on.
You do not understand at all. You are clearly as demented as the mad mage who runs the forest. Strahd rules this land, and we obey Strahd. He is not an outsider. He is Barovia, and it is at his support that the children of the Night Mother have become strong.
So then, the thing is that
was right.
we should not be talking to you, since you are obviously not the pack
The true
leader.
leader. Yeah,
You're just another.
mouthpiece.
So why do all of you follow this one when he is not the true leader at all? And I'm going up to I'm speaking to the pack.
You and Skenis speaks up. He says, "You do not understand our ways. You do not understand the Night Mother. You do not understand the power that she brings to this land."
I understand more than you think,
No,
wise
outsider,
one.
you have no understanding of us. You will leave now, and you will go to Castle Ravenloft, or you will fight us here as ordered. We do not follow your words of misunderstanding. You are idiots of our ways.
No, you just follow another outsider and pretend that this one is leader.
Skenis
I'm gonna start walking away.
Waves his
I start
hand.
walking away. I don't even listen to him.
POTUS is like,
Carol says, "These idiots are going to do nothing but empty words. Are we going to follow Strahd, or are we going to follow them?" And as one voice, you hear a kind of a roar or cheer from them. "We follow the one who has the backing of Strahd. Kirill is our pack leader."
So
I turn back again as he says this. You're lucky that we have decided to spare your lives here.
Oh god.
I have decided no.
No,
such
you.
thing.
We're a tad out.
We have faced minions of this Lord of the Land numerous times, and all of these.
Their words.
And that's how the cookie crumbles.
And with
Yep.
that, the entire
CM got tired of our
leaps
ridiculousness.
forward. Yes, that was.
Yeah, and the moment they all come within range, I do the thing that I did 15 minutes ago.
Yeah. Let me do something here so I can.
Didn't even let me get my line.
GM got tired of our shenanigans.
Yeah, Jim got tired of her
Lots of
shenanigans.
lines. You got lots of lines. He finally
But I had a-
decided that was the
I had,
end of
I had a cool line. I'll just say it when I kill him. Then
Did you have like a counter that was ticking down, and if we didn't leave by the end of it,
Probably did.
probably.
Yep, there was only so much guff that he would take before he would finally respond. Okay, and I need the wolf pack as well so that they are in this. My goodness.
Easy.
And so both of those. And you see all of the ones in the cave and all of the ones who are outside either pick up arms or shift into a wolf form.
Hey Victor, how can you collapse the wall?
It's not.
Or put a wall up?
It's
What,
not
what do
a
you mean?
wall like that. It's
Well, no,
a
I mean like
collapse the cave to make a wall.
yeah.
I don't think I have any powers that would be kind of usable for that kind of purpose at the moment.
All right, cool.
All right, so I've got them in order, and at this point, with the suspended turn order, Victor would have been the first up. So, Victor, what would you be doing?
So I've been creeping nearby as a frog, just waiting to see how this plays out. So I think I'm going to come up from kind of behind the what was the leader guy's name again?
Hero.
So you've been creeping up on him?
Yeah.
Okay, place yourself where the frog would be, so I have some idea what's going on here, and your tokens are still a little bit on the large side, but...
And for now, I'm going to wait until the positions are a little more advantageous.
Okay, let me shrink your totems a bit so that it's more like what the one-on-one that it would look like, because you guys are still a little large for anything like a realistic fight there. So that...
The setup feels very like Final Fantasy encounter.
Okay, that's a little closer to what you would have. All right, so you have come up behind him, and what are you doing?
I'm gonna wait for this turn.
Gonna shank him.
All right, and the two women who were the guards on the raised platform area. Now, where are you guys? Are you at the fangs? Are you?
We're still at the front of the cave.
All right, so
Yeah, I thought we moved us to the fangs. Sorry.
Right, so we'll say you're.
I think-
even with the fangs.
I would say at this. Oh, sorry. I would say at this point, Derek probably would have moved out slightly.
Yeah, because Derek was walking out, and everyone was getting ready to go. We just didn't actually leave, so we would be right at the mouth of the cave.
Sylvia, where are you? Behind them in the cave or behind them out of the cave?
Given where everything is. Oh God, sorry, all of my tabs just crashed. Oop, 1 second. My tabs just crashed. Woohoo! I would say that for the sake of argument, she was closest to Duroc because she did reach over and touch.
But are you towards the cave or away from the cave next to him? Here or
I would say
here?
towards the
Derek would probably be closer to here. Like he was kind of trying to stay like face to face
I
with
can
the
move it
wolf
now.
pack.
Okay.
Yes, I would say I'm kind of like ish there.
Okay. I just need to have a general idea of who's in front from the various directions because you've basically got a multi-front war here. So I needed to know who's closest to which group of what's going on. All right. So the two women who were on the dais, since you guys are out by the fangs, they both shift into what looks like a wolf that is walking on its hind legs. Very large wolf, and they leap off the wall and move towards you. So they are about halfway to the front of the cave at this point. And they are each carrying a couple of spears as they run. They would not be in range. They'd only be about halfway to where they need to be in range. So they have not made it to an area where they can attack yet. Epotus, you're finally able to do something.
Okay. Is there...
Sorry, big man.
What's the maximum number of entities I can... Okay. I'm going to be using Conquering Presence. And I'm definitely casting Magic Weapon on my thing. But...
What's your move action? Everything else is good!
Yeah, I guess he's going to move up to try to get the maximum number of were-jerks he can.
Alright, it depends on which set of were-jerks. You cannot be in range of both.
I guess he'll go for the leader, because if he somehow miraculously manages to to make him afraid of him, that might help Dirok's case.
Yep.
Is that a wisdom save that you're trying to aim for?
Yes.
For Conquering Presence, yeah.
I want to wait until the end of my turn.
It's a save, not a check.
Hex doesn't affect it.
Yeah, it's a check, not a save.
But if one of us use Wrathful Smite on him, then that will come into effect. Though he'll already have disadvantage.
Right,
Yeah, that's basically
so
my
this
last
is
ditch thing.
Let's see. Alright, folks. The game's over. They're going to defeat all the werewolves.
Yes!
It works!
Oh,
Conquer
God.
Paladin. Best Paladin of all.
Can I roll any worse? I mean, come on, folks.
It's okay. In the presence of greatness, one can't help it.
I mean,
So how many fell afraid of the dragon?
The first one I rolled for was Carol, who rolled a 4.
Yeah!
That helps my case.
And now I'm going to find out about the others.
It was only Kirill that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's see what it says, because I have a line, but I have a line for Conquering Presence, but I don't want to deliver it until I know how effective it is.
I do not believe your DC's 14, right?
Yeah.
I rolled 20.
oh my god!
Huh? What?
I've just been watching these rolls.
Oh, you're watching the stream.
I'm watching the stream for the sole reason I wanted to see exactly how bad it was.
Oh no.
Out of
So
the
how
7,
are
out of the 7, 2 of them succeeded.
so Epotus just takes his glowing magic blade, levels it towards Kirill, and just says, "You have been judged unworthy."
It sounds like 3, 4, 7, 2, 7, 6. That was brutal. I'm sorry.
Oh wow!
Oh god.
Ouch. They're all afraid of me, have a disadvantage on any attack so long as they can see me and cannot move any closer.
And ability checks.
These werewolves have never seen anything like this. I mean,
More like scarewolves, am I right?
they've seen
Ah,
they've seen darkness, they've seen evil, and they just go along with it. This glowing blade that is pointing at them has most of them completely cowed, and their tails go between their legs, except for two of them who continue to run forward towards Apotus.
As they do.
That was all the bonus action.
Oh no, that sigh. That sigh can mean so many things.
The sigh is a sigh of a GM getting very tired of her players' shenanigans.
just think of it this way. Just think of it this way, Fate. The next game, I won't be a Conquest Paladin.
I don't think you'll be a Conquest Paladin after this night.
You know what? If he dies, he dies. I have so many ideas.
There are DMs who have their players blow up an entire town and ruin the game as far as they're concerned. Me, I don't have them blow up entire towns. That would be fine. I would just create new characters who would carry on the game. What they do is they take existing characters and completely pull their fangs so they can't do anything, so I can't roll a new character because the old one's not dead.
The one's not dead, he's just terrified of him.
God.
That's the problem. We accidentally built our party around CC.
So good! We built it so good!
Well, that's the thing. 5e is
Then
best.
this
5e
group
people are
says
best
to
when it's a
me-
party build. When it's a party build, not an individual build.
And then this group says to me, OOC outside of game, Bone Grinder, that seemed awfully easy. Did you pull your punches? Look at this!
Wait, who said that?
I did. I asked.
You're a fool.
I remember when we first started, do we want to do Death House or do we want to do Bone Grinder? Both sounded very scary and we were probably not going to survive them. we just, like I said,
In any case.
Anyway, so
Moving on to the match.
moving on.
Are they attacking me?
Yes, there are two attacking you.
Okay.
I feel so bad.
I don't. This plays right into Derek's hands.
The problem is, though, we built ourselves too freaking well. That's the only
No,
downside.
you're saying that now, but watch, it's all gonna fall apart.
Now,
Yeah.
does Apotus have another action? Because I think that was a...
No,
Okay.
it was my action. Basically, what I did was I didn't cast magic weapon previously. I did it this round.
So the bonus action was magic weapon. The bonus action was magical weapon.
Bonus action was magic weapon, and then my action was conquering presence. So I'm done. So if they're attacking me, they're attacking me.
Yeah, the two werewolves in front of you attack, and in the cave, more of them are turning into a werewolf form behind you and moving forward, but they are well out of the ability to do anything at this point. They have just moved. They're 30 feet down the cave. Don't measure very accurately here, because this is more theater of the mind. So don't try to do much measuring on this. There was 120 feet from the dais to the fangs, and these people have basically dashed forward close to a half of the distance, but they are still out of their spear range for throwing, is about all that I can tell you at this point. So,
no, I'm just
next turn
trying to get an
they will
idea.
be in range of their spears.
Okay.
But they have all changed into their hybrid form, so they're all now basically charging.
Mm-hmm.
I'm changing their forms here, their proper forms. Why the pause? Alright, so we basically have a bunch of wolves and a bunch of werewolves 2 of which are biting at Apotus, the rest of which have moved about halfway down the entrance area. So they will one with bite and one with claws, one with bite, and one with claws on one, and then one with bite and one with claws on the other. Alright, let's see what we got here. Your armor class is 18, Apotus?
19.
19. Alright, so let's see.
Bring it
We
on.
have 1 hit there, we have 1 miss there, miss. So 1 bite hit you for 4 damage, and you need to roll a DC 12 con save.
Does it deal additional damage?
No.
Is it a disease?
Yes.
I'm immune to it.
Alright. So you take 4 damage.
It's a disease. Okay, I thought it was a curse.
Well, it is a curse, but it is.
Do you rule that the level 3 divine health paladin ability that says immune to disease covers this, or do I need to roll?
Lycanthropy is a disease, but it is a curse that grants the disease.
So in your ruling, would this constitute... Would I need to do the concept?
It is not a disease in the true sense of the word, so I'm going to have to rule that no, it does not. Because if you're not immune to a curse, this is clearly specified as a curse of lycanthropy.
Okay, so con save?
Yes. And 12 was what you had to make, so you didn't get anything happening to you this round. And with that, it is Sylvia's turn.
So I'm gonna look behind us at the oncoming.
Oh no. Now I realize
Oncoming
what's
wolves.
probably going to happen.
I'm gonna move to about there-ish to get to between Alexander and Vlad. And I'm just going to scream at a wonderful, wonderful 4th level shatter.
Yep, that's what I thought.
At the oncoming group.
Oh. Wait, is this a cave?
Yes. Yep. Sure is. Full of non-organic material.
Why do you think I said
I'm so rude. She's so mad.
Roll your shatter. I want to read the fine print.
Okay, sorry. Oh, let me copy paste the fine print. It didn't show.
I want all the fine print on this one.
Hey guys, remember that time we dealt with 300 werewolves?
And buried them alive?
Oh no! There's
So-
the fine
so-
print. There's the fine print.
Sylvia's the hot gates.
Like I said, I'm sorry.
Just
I
a
was-
disadvantage, that's all.
I was going to say that, you know, what would be really helpful right now? Alex as his pole master thing, but this kind of beats that.
Problem solved.
Also,
This is going
hold
to
on.
affect far more than you know.
Uh-oh.
I didn't want to kill them.
Dawnwatch, changing the game since 1984.
No,
Hi, Silver.
oh yeah, this will change the game, but I'm trying to figure out. Oh goodness!
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It specifically says creatures.
Any non-magical
non-magical
object
objects.
that isn't being worn or carried also takes damage. If
Oh, never
if
mind
it's
then.
in-
Yeah, and it's
Yeah, that's why I was measuring kind of before.
Yeah, alright, so where they are not, it's a 10-foot radius, that's 20 feet. They're further apart than 20 feet because some of them are coming from these Ys. I would
How big is
say
the passage?
the
Passage was like 60 feet wide, right?
Yeah, it's fairly wide. Let me actually briefly look at the actual map here and see 10, 20,
Well, if
30,
nothing
40,
else-
50, 60. It's actually about 70 feet wide.
Well, if nothing else, maybe you crushed one and then made it difficult terrain.
Yeah, I would basically
Yeah.
say what you've got. Let me group them a little better because they were starting to funnel down into this. The front four would have been these four, and they would have been actually in the forefront of it. The wolves that are behind, along with the werewolves that are behind further in the thing, would not.
I'm just trying to reduce the numbers.
That's what it's all about.
Constitution saving throw of 15. All right. So
Yeah.
let me. 4 of them have to make con saves. 1, 2.
Lynn, that was
3,
dirty.
4.
Literally.
I did say in the chat, I'm sorry for what's about to happen. Like, I wasn't kidding.
No, you're not.
All right. All
I mean,
four
a little bit.
All 4 of them take the thunder damage. Is it 7 damage? Or
20.
All right.
20.
So all 4 of them take 20 damage.
Unfortunately, I only have one shot to cast it at 4th level, so...
It helped greatly.
Yeah.
It's something.
It's at least going to give them a really splitting headache if it didn't kill them.
So here's a question. Did it cause a slight cave-in?
Yes, it
That's
would,
the other
and that's what I'm trying to...
Oh, okay,
Now,
sorry.
It would have been centered in the middle of this group, right?
For the most part. Like, for the most part, she's just like, cave section here, and just hope for the best that it causes at least partial cave-in. Like,
They're too far from the side walls to have done any damage, and too far forward of the dais to have caused any damage. But what I am going to roll for is the ceiling.
Because you said the ceiling was about 15 feet high.
About 20 feet high. This is a 10-foot radius, so I'm voting that it would probably reach it, but I'm going to see what percentage of the wall...
See, this is why I like D&D.
Alright, so 20,
D&D's all about breaking it.
28% of it. So I'm going to say that I will do another 2... that's closer to 30. I'll do a 3D 6 falling damage kind of stuff here and see what they took from that. 2, 3,
This is why I like D&D. Use
Yeah.
the terrain, not just spells.
Yep.
So they each took another 10 damage from falling stalagmites and ceiling sections.
Yes.
sorry.
No, don't be. This helps greatly. Oh, sorry to the DM. I mean, yes,
Yeah,
please.
no,
We don't
I'm
want to
sorry
die.
for breaking things with that 30 and now this another 30!
How many of you saw her face when Linda...
I saw it. That's why I was laughing even harder.
There was a murder in her eyes.
Yeah. It's just,
Frenemies! Frenemies!
Anyway, they are all still alive, believe it or not, although the old man looks like he is in the worst shape of the crew. He is not in real good shape, and he's kind of picking himself up. I'm going to say that he's actually fallen prone from stuff hitting him because of his age and so forth. So he is prone at the moment.
Don't kill the old one. I like the old one.
You're gonna die today, old man.
No.
He could have stayed behind. He chose to attack. His
How
life
many
first.
times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
So I kind of scared myself for a second. I put my foot down on the floor, and my main coon is underneath my feet. I stepped on her.
Oh no.
Oh, she's fine. It was just more like, oh, my foot's on you.
Jerk.
You're
Who told her to sleep at my
hated
feet?
forever now.
Who told her to sleep at my feet?
All right, I won't have her yell this time around. There'll be something going on. All right, Alexander, it's finally your turn after Sylvia has basically blown up the werewolves' cave.
After Epotus has paralyzed most of them with fear, and Sylvia blew up the world,
Blew up the other half.
how are you going to follow this up?
Go to Disney.
Alex is gonna no. Alex is going to say something stupid. No. So you mentioned that the distances aren't measuring true here, but can I assume Mr. Krill is within 60 feet?
Mr.
You're technically close.
Yes.
Oh, you're about the same distance from me, and we should both be able to make it to him.
He is within in range of a ranged weapon very clearly. He is not in melee range.
But he's within running range, or one turn of running, not the dash action, right?
Yeah. I would say he's probably within like 25 feet, within ranged weapon. And Epotus, what happens to your fear if they are damaged?
So nothing happens, but at the end of their turn, they get to re-roll against it. If you want to, we can just, at the end of my turn, do it functionally kind of the same. It's just less individual work on your part, but it's up to you.
That might work.
Alright, so...
Well, at the end of their turn, I'm going to go ahead and do it at the end of their turns because of some of the other logistics that are going on here.
Yeah, it's technically at the end of their turn.
All right, very good. So Alex, what are you doing?
To start by giving Krill the evil eye.
Hex. Place a curse.
Let's see. He's going to walk towards him.
Feared, he's
Go ahead.
hexed, oh God. All he has to do is kiss a frog and he'll be set.
Hey, we have a frog.
Yeah.
So Alex, as part of the action, command him to kiss the frog.
Oh my god.
I was planning on having him just fall, but this is just too good. It's the same action.
Alright, so it doesn't have a roll against it, it happens, right?
No, Hex is just, it applies, and then command is on a failed wisdom saving throw.
Alright, so you have commanded Carol to kiss the frog.
I commanded him to kiss the frog and, kiss the frog. I'm gonna say commanding.
Okie doke. And what's a good symbol for being...
Could have commanded him to go prone.
Yeah, that's exactly, it's implying kiss the frog, on the ground, which will tell him to go prone.
Okay. That works.
Don't pick him up.
Okay, I'm trying to think something there. I'll put that on the confusion symbol. That should do it. So he is now, when does it end or what breaks it? If he drops...
On his turn is technically when he does this.
He just takes an action to do it. It doesn't last.
Yeah, it's just he is compelled to bend down and then find a frog and kiss it.
Alright, so, and this lasts for an hour as long as you have concentration.
Hex lasts for as long as I'm concentrating on it, basically.
Yeah, let me put a concentration dot on you. So
Oh yeah, I've got it up. I'm keeping track of it on my end too.
Yeah, but I just need to remember on my end that if you get hit, we have to worry about concentration. Okay, so...
Yeah, no worries.
He is basically hexed, and Dirok, what are you doing?
So I wanted to see, what does hold action all entail? Does that include the movement, or do I have to move and then hold action?
No, it's
You
only
can-
the action itself, not the movement.
So I would still have to move, and I would still have to bonus action.
Yes.
Okay. So I will run up the Curol. I'm just gonna say, just another victim, as I grab my spear and I'm going to rage, and then I'm going to hold action. I'm going to wait for his action to conclude before I go in to use my action. So basically, after Kirill's action is when my action will trigger.
Okay. Vlad?
But now here's a question. Werewolves are technically considered humanoids, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to cast Hold Person at 3rd level, targeting Kirill and one of these other werewolves.
I think they might actually be. Nope, I'm not going to fight it.
Okay.
They are a human shape changer, but they are, the listing of them is medium humanoid.
Yes, and Hold Person says I can affect humanoids.
Right.
Ow.
Okay, so you are holding an action.
I'll just cast it at 2nd level. I'll only target Kirill with Hold Person.
And you are holding this action because he is already, he's commanded and feared and...
Oh no, fuck this guy. I'm doing it now. I'm a crit farm.
Okay, so
Wait, what? Crit farm?
you're going to put Hold Person
Me.
on Dirok?
No, on Kirill.
Okay, he's commanded, confused, held, feared.
Anything else?
What?
What else can I
He,
from this
doesn't he
guy?
have to? Well, he doesn't. I don't think he can
It's
roll
a
anything
wisdom
against it.
saving throw initially.
He's not. He's not in his mind, so I'm not going to even roll for it.
Okay.
And here's
At this point, do you just want to give us the win right now?
Well, there's a lot
Here's
of
the question.
Great combo on it.
Here's
No, I'm
the
kidding. I'm
question.
kidding. This is the fun part.
Both the fear and the Hold Person require a saving throw at the end of the creature's turn.
Yeah, but he's also been commanded to kiss Victor.
No, well,
Yes.
I mean, the command has to be a single word.
But
Fall.
here's my question: is at the end of his turn, does he make the check? I guess we'll find out when it happens. But will he need to make the check for the fear or for the paralyzation? Because only one can happen.
What? No, it would be
At
both.
the end of his turn.
It's not Magic the Gathering. He would roll for both.
Ah.
And besides which, what overrides it all at this moment is this command. Because he's not going to be rolling for anything until he can break the command.
No, command only lasts one round. No, command does not.
He does
force,
this, and then
command
he can
command
do
is
it
not
else.
suggestion. Command is you give a one word command like sit, and then on their turn they have to spend their action, if they can use their action, to obey that command.
That's right. So he's not going to be rolling for breaking.
Well, the rolling just happens. He doesn't choose to roll. It just at the end of his turn it happens.
What are all these dots that suddenly appeared?
Concentration.
Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I'll cast Spiritual Weapon.
Oh dear. It's like when you get that perfect opening hand.
Against who?
With this. You know what? Let's do it against Kirill.
It is just not Kirill's day.
He didn't listen to us.
Well, yeah.
Frag the leader.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming your 21 hits.
Yes. So he takes the.
So a
8
total of 12.
Okay. He takes 12 damage.
Because paralyzation equals auto crit.
Okay. Any other actions?
Oh, no, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Looks like his turn again. No, I'll wait.
All right. Let's see. I've also got to look at speed 40. Okay. So the wolves have made it to the front of the cave, and they are right at your back, although not yet in melee range. However, the ones that were behind Kirill have, and they launch themselves at Vlad, who is in the up in front with the others. So they are going to attack Vlad. And let's see what we got here.
AC 18, please save me.
23 hits. But only 2 of them hit. This is that pack thing that I've got, which means you took 18 piercing damage.
That hurts.
It'll be fine.
And now it is Kirill's turn. So the first
I do want to just remind you that the way I worded it is that after his action, so before he has to do his saving rolls, is when I'm taking my action.
Okay. So he is taking. Are both of these? Let's see. For Apotus's spell, what does he have to roll? I'm getting.
It's a wisdom save. It's a wisdom save at the end of his turn, and then for hold person, it's a wisdom save at the end of his turn.
But he also can't do the command because he's paralyzed now.
Yeah, so technically your trigger doesn't happen, Dira.
It's after
the
his
action still happens.
The action still happens. He just can't do anything with his action.
Yeah,
No, you can't. You can't take action. If we're gonna get technical.
Yeah,
You can also
just. I'll just call it a turn. I'm not going to get that technical.
Yeah, let's not be spazzy about it.
Yeah. Let's see. On Apotus's, he rolled a 6, and on.
Oh wait, so we are skipping me?
It's. You're way back somewhere.
I held my action to Kirill's turn.
He's taking his turn now.
Okay.
We roll for his wisdom saves. He failed both of the wisdom saves. All right. He was attempting to fall down on the ground near the frog when he got frozen from about 6 directions, and he failed his wisdom saves. Go, Dirok.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, when you hold your attack action, you only get 1 attack if you have extra attack.
Oh, so I can't attack twice?
Yeah.
Dang it! All right,
marshals.
Well, this was the only time I was going to hold action anyway, but not letting it matter. So, how does this paralyze work with my
It's
attack?
auto crit. It's auto crit. You just roll your damage.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So I just roll and I automatically hit. Okay.
yes, and you auto.
All right,
so
so
roll damage plus
Blood spear.
twice without
Yep.
the second time without proficiency.
And you're a half orc.
Oh, and it crit anyways.
And you're a half orc.
Silly.
So you roll the damage again because you're a half orc.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to roll damage again. So just basically just roll it.
It's basically a double crit with what you got.
All right, so we'll just roll that again. So
9,
11
so another 9. So he took
11
plus 9 is 26 damage.
All right, and yeah, so that was my 1 hit, and I can't do my extra attack, so that ends my turn. There, you happy? I didn't get to do anything but poke him with the spear. I didn't do anything to screw up the fight.
Stennis stands up and moves forward a little bit because he had to use some of his movement to stand up, and he throws one of the spears that he picked up at Sylvia.
Oh no!
And there he is. A ranged spell. And he rolls come on, 14. And Sylvia is a 15. He misses. He's obviously weakened.
Quit your shenanigans.
And let's see, Stennis also takes the movement for these as well, so they will move forward. And so, Victor.
Alright, so as he is falling over from the command and being paralyzed, the frog is going to swell and distort and rise up into the form of Victor, who catches him in an embrace. And he says, "What's wrong, my prince? Aren't you going to kiss me?" and he is going to punch him like in the diaphragm. And I have advantage, I think. So
No,
Have
it's
advantage
just a crit, so you
because
deal. Yeah, it's just a crit.
so 20 damage, and then I follow up with a
This
bite.
guy's having a bad day.
And I'm going to use Savage Attacker on the bite to re-roll it. Let's see, it is 1d6 plus 3 plus 2d6.
Just wow.
Okay, same amount, so... So yeah, 33 damage all told, and his max HP is reduced.
So that thing about we keep him alive.
Why would we keep him alive?
No, I want him dead. We can try to get the pack on our side then.
Reduced by 33, right? Victor?
Yeah, 33 damage altogether.
But his hit points are reduced by 33. Is that the amount?
No, they're reduced by I believe 7, or is it 13?
Hold on.
I don't remember.
It would
which.
be the amount equal to the piercing damage taken from the bite. However, it's also a crit, so that
No, the crit was on the unarmed strike.
Yeah,
Ev- every hit he takes is a crit.
no.
Really?
Yeah,
Every melee. hit
paralyzation is
crit.
nasty, man.
Oh wow! So in that case, let's see. If it was a crit on that as well, then it was let's see.
You can just take the 2 rolls
20
you've
plus
already done.
26, so 46.
Ouch.
Yeah, so 46 damage, and his max HP is reduced by 12, I guess.
He does not look in good shape at all.
Hey!
So out of it, he probably doesn't even know how bad he is.
I just keep holding him like that, like.
So as Vlad held Kirill, he looked at Apotus and Durok and said, "Have fun."
From behind you, the two guards continue to move forward and are in range, along with one other of the werewolves that were following right on their heels. One of the ones that actually was in the initial drop of the cave. And the one who was behind them yells, "Kirill, no!" And with a lunge, she throws her spear as hard as she can at whoever this is, Apotus, that is nearest her. So we need a spear. And that's melee. I rolled the wrong one. I need range. That one's the range. Come on. 19 hits for 4 piercing damage.
Okay, I need to do a con save because for magic weapon.
Yeah, for your concentration. You've also got 2 others who are throwing spears as well. You saved on
Guess that was
one.
four. That was four damage.
Yes. And so you're safe on that one. But you've got 2 more that are also throwing. Oh, one of
Really
them
are
was a
throwing
crit.
this fight.
One of them was 11 damage. 15 does not
Okay.
hit. So one of them was a crit. So you also have an 11 damage one. So I don't know if you take
Okay.
the entire total damage.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be okay. So what's the total damage I ended up taking?
11, 15.
Okay, so that was. Okay, hold on. Okay, so 15 total that round.
Yes.
Okay, so then I just need one more con save.
Yeah. Well, actually, you can. I would say, yeah. I would say your initial one would just have taken for the entire damage.
It's every hit.
Okay.
That's why magic missile against a concentrating wizard is a pain in the butt because you have to take it for each individual hit.
Okay. So, yep, you made both of your con saves there on that. All right, POTUS, it is your turn. But
Okay, so everything I feared gets to re-roll their saving throw because of how conquering command.
yeah,
Wait, I thought it was on their turn.
Yeah, it's at the end of their turn they get to re-roll it.
yeah.
But for simplicity's sake, we're doing it at the end of his turn.
No, I said.
I thought the-
No, she said she was doing it on their turn.
I'm
Oh,
doing
okay.
their turn.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm being fair.
we will be ending.
You're trying to give them extra saves?
We will be ending at the end of this round. So as soon as Victor's turn is over, we'll be suspending, pushing the pause button. So they're not making their saves yet. No one has made their saves yet. So werewolves are coming up on theirs. POTUS, what are you doing? Actually, action.
Well, did these guys like make
Hero?
any saves?
Not yet. They've got the next turn.
Oh, okay. All right. So, but there's this whole other mess of werewolves coming towards me.
Yeah.
Are they within 30 feet of me?
The front flanks is.
Okay. Well.
Just divine smite him.
Okay. Well.
Divine smite him.
Divine Smite is one thing. So he turns, and there's the two that are dealing with him right now. So he tries to kick one in the knee to knock it prone.
Okay, give me an attack roll. Okay,
So my athletics versus his athletic.
Alright, we'll do it that way. And that is
And if he fails, if he gets less than 20, he's knocked prone.
Athletics is dex.
He could either do strength athletics to try to resist it, or he could do an athletics acrobatic.
He's
Dex
doing a
acrobatics.
strength save, which he failed. Which one did you kick? Okay, so he is prone.
And then he's going to walk as slow as possible while still maintaining his turn over to Kirill. So this guy gets an attack of opportunity with disadvantage if he wants.
Both of them are within.
But both of them would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're both within melee range of you, so they would both get their attack. On an attack of opportunity, do they get both their multi-attacks?
No, just they would just get one swipe because multi attack is an action,
That's right.
is a special action they can take.
I assumed that, but I wanted to be sure. So basically, 2 bites come at you. If they snap at you, wow, okay, they both hit. One of them was a
course.
crit. The
course.
first one rolled 18 and hit you for only 3 damage. The
Okay,
second
so
one,
that's 3.
and the second one critted with 13 damage.
Oh no.
No, because it's 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I made it. So POTUS walks over. He's getting beat up. He still has one more attack, and he looks at the other werewolves charging and the ones cowering in fear, and he just says, your leader is now meat." And then he just stabs in and then blasts with a 2nd level Divine Smite.
okay.
Oh shit. So it has advantage.
And it doesn't.
Is he
there's
still?
no advantage.
Is he? Here's the thing: is he still paralyzed?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, he's not.
No,
He's not paralyzed
listen
anymore?
to the whole comment. No, he's not paralyzed. He's dead.
I thought you said. Oh.
Oh,
Okay. Never mind.
okay.
Well stated.
Victor, spits, and then he's like, "Excuse me, I was eating that!"
And POTUS just looks at him and says, "You're welcome to keep doing so."
Oh, It takes souls! Holy!
So here's what I love. Victor like bit into him, and then Epotus just walks up, and then he's just like got this huge chunk hanging down there. It just exploded all in his.
Yeah, he's just like covered with chunks of half wolf fur, half humanoid stuff all over.
Do I walk in the middle of your dinner and flip your plate up in your face?
I do recall you doing that to me one time.
Okay, that was one time and you deserved it.
He did.
So then he's going to spiritual weapon stab the guy on the ground for advantage.
Jeez.
So then he just turns and just says, "And you irritate me." Stab right there.
Alright, now the werewolves are going to roll their wisdom saves to see how many of them are still. There's 4 of them that were feared. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of them saved. One saved. Pick the one that saved, Apo.
The one on the ground.
No, it's only the 4 that's below.
We'll say this one saved.
Alright, so let me put something on the rest of these so I know they're still feared. So that I have that. This one. This one.
I would just like to point out that within a single round, we managed to frag out the enemy leader.
That's actually not that hard.
Alpha Strike.
I was considering turning him and making him fight Strahd for us.
Oh, why did you not mention that?
That would have been amazing.
He's a werewolf already.
So,
No,
werewolf vampires. Come on, there's no reason why that can't be.
Sylvia, what?
Yeah, it's not like we have like a teenage girl to fight over. Come on.
Sylvia, what are you doing? You've got advancing werewolves behind you. Lynn?
Hey, loser. How about I take my turn?
I muted myself. Woohoo! Question. How many of them are going to be within a 15-foot cube?
Probably at this point 6 of them.
Okay.
And the wolf pack.
Okay. Cool.
Fairy fire.
Oh
I
no,
mean,
God no. I'm
We
not
just
very
killed their
far.
leader. We should probably try to see if they want to keep fighting.
15-foot cube would be a little too tight. I was thinking 15-foot radius. I would say
Yeah, no.
only
Cube.
the 4 and the wolf pack are.
This is the first time we fought something edible since like Velaki, so
You'll
you have
have
a
a
target.
feast.
I'm gonna scooch a little ahead of Alexander so I don't accidentally hit him, and then thunderwave them all at level 3.
Oh no.
I thought you were going to do another shatter.
I was, and then I realized with them so close, I didn't want to shatter and then hit all of us too. So
Okay.
push them back,
Right.
then hit them again.
3, 4, and that is DC 15. Come on, roll 20. 2
T
saves,
for 2.
so the 2 back ones, which would be Stennis and Karina, I think. Yeah, Stennis and Karina, which are the 2 back ones, they saved because they were a little further from it. The front 2 took the full blow, which is 23.
Sounds about right. 9 plus 14, yeah.
The 2
I'm
dogs
going-
basically took the 23.
Yeah. On top of the original 30 that they got hit with before.
And the ones who saved take half damage and aren't pushed. So they took 22, 11 damage.
Are they within that 10 feet? Because if the front people got pushed back, they technically would be hit by the bodies being flung backwards?
I'm not going to go that far. It's too big an area.
Okay. Sorry. I could try.
You guys have enough advantage as it is, and in a 70-foot wide opening, I'm not going to go that far. All right, however...
Yeah,
these
no,
two
I
guys-
understand.
These 2 guys basically are behind those 2 all of a sudden, because they got shoved back. And none of them are looking in great shape except the one that was kind of new to the fight. This one right here, she's looking in a better shape than the others because she kind of was new on the scene. But other than that, they weren't good. Now let me see what the wolves did here on their con save. They saved, so they take. So you actually wiped out one of the wolves.
Oops. Not really, but.
Oops. Oh, you just blasted a few of them back, no problem.
Oh yeah, no problem at all. Hey,
Basically,
I kept
the way
them.
this works is how the damage is. There's multiple wolves in this, so I just consider it. You now have 9 wolves against you instead of 10. Basically, what it boils down to.
Oh, and since I can still do a bonus action, can I do a bonus action still? I think. No, I don't think so. I don't think I actually have anything that I could use. Now I'm just gonna hold off then.
All right, Alexander.
One moment, I'm actually checking something super quick. I just thought
I
of an
thought
interesting
cutting.
idea.
That's a reaction. That's that.
Oh, not really worth it. Okay, so as far as I can tell, we have. Let me count these up, right, to get a better sense of the battlefield. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ish lesser werewolves and a nice pack of wolf wolves in front of us.
Yeah, basically you're surrounded by regular wolves and werewolves all over the place.
Okay, so this is worthwhile. Alex, sword, I have yet to actually light in this battle.
Which probably would be bad right now, since
we're surrounded by. Are we going to try and convince these people not to try and kill us?
Well, no, I would just because Victor's not in animal form anymore.
Well, it's like I said, it's bright light, but I don't really. Fuck it, he's gonna have to figure out a way. We'll just keep ourselves apart somewhat. Yeah, Alex is going to light up the holy sword. Like flicking on a lightsaber, the sword lights up in his hands. His eyes brighten with it. Each and every one of you is going to die by the hands of you.
Be aware that's sunlight.
Yes, and Victor's just gonna have to stay a little bit away from me.
Victor's just gonna have to deal with it.
It's a 20-foot radius. He'll be fine.
That's pretty big.
It's
20 feet is...
10
Yeah, and now...
It's 10, I believe on the sword, it's 10 feet of bright and 10 feet of dim, am I right?
Oh shit, this battlefield's tighter than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
It's big, but it's not that big.
I mean, it's basically, if you look at all the fangs up there on the entrance of the cave, from the far left molar to the far right molar, it's 70 feet if this were accurate.
It's 15-foot radius. When it springs up, it's 15-foot bright and 15-foot dim, and then you can use a bonus action to extend it by 5 feet.
Yeah, and the 15 feet of dim does not affect Victor any more than the dim light here in Barovia does. So he's not affected, but he's only affected by the first 15 bright. So as long as Alexander stays 15 feet or more away from Victor, it's fine. All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I also don't really have a good sidearm at the moment. I guess I could keep using my halberd. But can't hit as well with my halberd now.
All right, so are you attacking
So Alex
something?
is going to light up the fancy-ass magic sword that he bought.
Okay,
Or he
and what are
that
you
he
doing with him?
He's going... Oh, that's an action. Fuck, I thought that was a bonus action. Is that an action? Sorry, this is using stuff I haven't used before.
I can't
I'm
look
just
at
going
it.
to attack...
Okay.
No, I'm just going to attack with what I've got in front of me. I'm going to start cutting up the wolves in front of me that are stopping, attacking Sylvia.
Okay.
There it is. That doesn't seem right. Oh, I rolled a 5, that's why. 2 attacks.
And both of them hit on the wolves. So that's another wolf down. No, not quite. It's not quite another wolf down. So you're basically looking at another 16. Yeah, only one wolf is down. One is badly injured. So you're down to like 8.5 wolves.
Oh shit, this is a bonus action. Oh, well, too late now.
All right. And it is Dirok's turn. I'm kind of trying to move this along because Apo's way past us.
Yep. So, Kirill, is he still standing, or is he with
He's
the paralyzation?
dead.
Or
He's dead.
yeah, I know he's dead, but like
No, once
he's dead,
once a creature dies, I don't have a hold of his soul anymore. I can't paralyze him.
then yeah, my turn will be quick. All right, my turn will be quick. I look down at Kirill and I say loud enough for all the wolves to hear me. Just another drip in the bucket.
What?
And then
Yeah, wrong bucket.
I turn
to be my bucket. Damn it.
now I turn to the other wolves. Stand down and live another day, or continue to fight and die with your glorious leader. And I'm gonna assume dodge.
Okay.
Either's fine. I'm still hungry.
Vlad, what are you doing?
With the concentration being dropped on Kirill, Vlad will cast Spirit Guardians.
Now that they're all well within range.
I don't know why it says DC 11. Yeah, now that they're all well within range.
Your DC is 15, I take it?
Yes.
All right. And so it is on which group?
It's everyone within 15 feet of me.
Okay, so a general guesstimate there.
Yeah, 15 feet.
So, yeah, I'll call it the whole.
However,
I'll call
I'm
it
not
the whole-
doing that quite yet.
Okay.
I'm first going to go over to Apotus, taking the one attack of opportunity. And then I will cast it.
Okay, so actually there are 2 attacks: the wolves
Yes,
and the
but
werewolf.
I'm staying in range of the other guy. Oh, okay. This is true. Okay, so I'll just stay where I am then. I didn't see the wolves. I forgot about the wolves there. So, Spirit Guardians.
All right, and so the whole group has to do DC 15 Wisdom save. So let me see here. He's gone. I take him off the board, and so 1, 2. Yeah, even the ones who are feared would take this. And you said that damage doesn't affect the fear, Epotus?
Nope, they just roll at the end of their turn.
Very good. All right, so.
And then my bonus action will be to use the spiritual weapon to smack this pack of werewolves. Or this pack of wolves.
Alright, so we've got 15. There's only 1, 2 saves in all that. So, and it is not the wolf pack. The wolf pack did not save, so they took, let's see, the damage was 16 damage, and it applies to everyone, right?
It applies to the 16 damage applies to everyone within 15 feet of me that I choose, and I choose to not affect, my party members and myself.
All right. So.
And then the spiritual weapon was at the pack of wolves.
Let me do the one first, because all of them took the 16 except, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one saved, and 5, 6. This one saved. All right. So this one took how much? 16 damage. Another wolf drops out of the pack. This one takes 16. This one takes 16. This one takes the 16. And then half damage on the 2 that saved. And then the pack of wolves got hit for another 12. They're now down a third wolf. They're pretty much down to only 7 wolves in that pack now.
Only 7 wolves. I just have a herd of puppies nipping at me. Down, boy! Smack!
Alright, are you finished with your actions?
I'm done.
Stennis from the back of the cave yells, "Kirill is dead! Stand down!" And you hear another voice coming from the right, a woman's voice, and a very elegant-looking, ebony-skinned woman walks out, and she says, "This is why you should have followed Emil. The children should not be forced to fight each other. You will cease, and we will find Emil." And with that, you are out of combat. We will
Size and disappointment.
Yep.
I mean, you have plenty of bodies to feast on.
Yeah.
Well, wolves are not humanoids. We have one.
Still blood.
Yeah, they still got blood. It's a lot better than the other shit we've been dealing with.
The mutated little critters and the crazy abbot
And the druids that I advised you not to eat because they might be poisonous.
the vegetables.
Yeah, poison ivy.
Nobody likes
Okay.
vegetables.
We are finished for tonight, and as usual, yours truly came up with the short end of the stick. But all in good fun. We'll see how I rewrite the story now. Every week I get to rewrite the story. It's part of the fun. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I think the rewriting is the great fun. Wait for me, I'm your author.
Well,
Victor's gonna be giving a POTUS the stink eye for like a solid 24 hours.
So that's basically
so is
everybody.
Derek.
That's basically everybody, like, except Vlad. So whatever.
Yeah, Derek is also going to give him the stink eye. I wanted to become war leader.
I was ready. Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Non-flammable. Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be my horde.
POTUS wanted a fight. But yeah, to summarize, you basically got a new person who has appeared on the scene who appears to have some authority. And there has been some comments made in her things that you'll have to consider over the week. So hopefully you heard what she was saying. And with that, we will wish you all good night. It has been an interesting night. As usual, the Dawnwatch has foiled all the best laid plans of the DM. And we will see what happens next week as they take over control of a wolf pack. This ought to be fun. Good night.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Later.
I'm sorry,
I
my
actually-
first attack.
I actually should also say that POTUS is going to get double stink eye from Derek because, I kind of want to be a werewolf.